welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have my monthly collab with Lisa where we are doing the hashtag Pan That Sign that was started on Instagram by Panda Replay, Nisha's Low Buy, and Panner Girl 23. And every month we decided that towards the end of the month, we would do a look using our palettes that we curated for that month's sign. And this month was Aquarius. Originally I said I was only going to do 4 pan palettes, but I was so inspired by the color story that I decided to do a 12 pan palette this time. So I will insert a photo because I already did swatches for Instagram, but this month Lisa and I decided to do palette bingos, and I randomized the numbers for her and she randomized the numbers for me. So I will go ahead and show you which number she picked for me, and I'll swatch those out. And then while I'm doing my eye look, I'll insert a couple other photos of looks I've done the past month that have incorporated some of these shadows. I haven't done a full look with this palette, but I have used a shadow here and there in some of my looks for the month. So I'll insert those and I'll point out which shades that I used. But for purposes of the palette bingo, I'm putting these in numerical order. This is not the order that she generated them in, but she got numbers 2, 4, 5, 6, and 12. So first off, number 2 is this shade from Looksy Beauty in Painted Lady. It's a really nice purpley, lighter mid-toned purple with some like silvery blue sparkles. And then number 4, this, I was really excited about this because I haven't used it yet. This is Cockatrice from Enchanted Luster Cosmetics. This is one of their fluorochromes. It's, ooh, very flaky. It's hot pink with like a blue shift to it. Number 5 is Poolside from Sydney Grace. This one had a bit of like, I don't know if it was hard pan or what. It had a weird texture on it, so it wasn't swatching very well. But I have used it. See, that swatch looks really patchy and terrible, but it'll look better on my eye, I promise, because I have used that one. I have used that one in a look. Number 6 is this shade from Looksy Beauty, Starry Night, which I've never used, but it somehow kind of fell apart on me. So the pan doesn't look that great, but this one it's got some sparkle, but it's more of a satin, I think. And then number 12 is this multi-chrome from Enchanted Luster in the shade Hyper Prism. It's one of those like pink to orange multi-chromes, and this one is pretty flaky. This is a terrible swatch. Let's see if I can do better. I'm also swatching. There we go. There, that's a better kind of swatch. These swatches are not my best work, but what are you doing, buddy? But I'm going to move the camera closer so you can get right up in my grill, and we'll create an eye look using these 5 shades. I don't remember if we said that we could use other colors or not, so I'm gonna err on the side of caution and not bring in anything else besides the ones that we've got picked. Okay, I'm gonna start with this Essence Smoky Eyes brush, and I'm going to go, I'm going to start with this shade Poolside, and I'm going to put that in my crease transition-y area. And hopefully I can get it to show up better than that swatch. I don't know why. I've noticed this with a few different shadows, and not just Sydney Gray shadows, but I know one from Copacetic Cosmetics as well. And I think I've had this problem with, that's just Nathaniel throwing things. I think I've had this problem with, is it Ladyship in the Queen of Hearts palette? The dark purple. It's like they get this gritty coating. It's not, I wouldn't even really call it hard pan because it's not really hard pan. It's just because it still works fine on the brush, but trying to finger swatch it is terrible. So I don't understand why they do that, but as you can see, I'm getting plenty of pigment on my brush and onto my eye. It's just the finger swatch was not very good. I'm gonna take my good old just blending brush and put a little bit of more of this poolside on it, and then just try to buff it just a little bit, just to make the edge a little less harsh. We were talking about it, I think next month, because last month for Capricorn, Lisa joined in a little bit later into the month, so I had already built my palette. And then this month I was gonna do a 4-pan, and I had a 4-pan palette picked out, and then I saw Nisha's curated palette and I saw Lisa's palette, and I'm like, I want to do more than a 4-pan. So I did this one after Lisa had already done her palette. So we were talking, and I think for next month we're going to try, and you'll have to forgive me, I don't know the zodiac signs very well. I'm gonna go into Starry Night, and this is an It for Cosmetics for Ulta brush. So whatever next month is, we're gonna try to curate a palette using the same shadows, because I mean we both have pretty extensive singles collections, and obviously we have enough of a difference where, like, this month and last month we had no overlap whatsoever, but I'm sure we have enough shades that are the same that we can come up with at least part of a palette that's got the same colors in it. This is just not my good side. I'm right-handed, so my right side always looks better. Okay, now what are we gonna do? Really, let's take, this is just a julep flat shader brush. I'm gonna take this shade Cockatrice and put it all over the lid, and then like where Cockatrice meets up with Starry Night, I'll put some of that Hyper Prism over it. That's a pretty color. I've been waiting to play with this one. And actually, because I mean it's pink blending into like kind of like an indigo-ish blue, it's creating a really nice purple right where they're meeting. I've got a little eyeshadow brush from Ulta. I will, because this Enchanted Luster shadow is so flaky, I am going to use my NYX glitter primer on my brush just to ensure, hopefully, minimal fallout. This shadow really is, because it's so flaky, I think it's better on your finger. Like I don't know why your finger can just smooth the flakes down a little bit better than a brush can. I don't know if you can see the shift It's one of like, or one of those like dark magenta-y pinks that shifts to like a reddy orange. I'm gonna, oh gosh, I got so much fallout. Whatever. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna put a little bit more of that cockatrice shade. Blend it into that a little bit. There. That looks good. I just you can really see the, maybe, like the blue shift that this shade has. It's so pretty. Okay, I still have to use Painted Lady. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Ulta Beauty smudger brush. I'm going to put Painted Lady, or I'm going to put Starry Night on most of my lower lash line. And then I'll take the Painted Lady and I'll do the inner lower lash line and my inner corner with that shade. Okay. I'm just going to take the same brush and use the Painted Lady on that. Go over the Starry Night a little bit too. I feel like this is a little bit, I'm sorry, Lisa, I have to cheat just a little bit. It's just a little too dark for my inner corner. So I'm gonna take my e.l.f. smudge brush and I'm gonna go, the shade is Lilac Haze from Pretties for Your Face, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner because this is pretty much the only inner corner shade that I have in this palette. I think you can see that lightened it up a little bit. The Painted Lady, it's like a lot of the Luxie shadows. It's pretty sheer, but it's still got some depth to it, so okay. I mean, I think I'm happy with it. I'm sure once I get eyeliner and mascara on, I will like it more. So I'm gonna hop off and do that, and then I'll come back and we'll look at the finished look. Okay, so here's the finished look. As usual, once I got the mascara and eyeliner on, I liked it a lot more. I don't know what it is with me lately. Like, my eye looks, I've just not been really feeling them until I get the mascara and eyeliner on, but I'll try to get a little bit closer. I really like the way that Starry Night shade and Poolside like blended in together in the outer corner. And I love this Cockatrice shade. The Hyper Prism shade is very pretty. I mean, overall, I do really like how it turned out. I did go for a little bit more of a toned down lip because this is a very bright look. So that was my Pan That Sign collab video with Lisa for the month of February, which is Aquarius. And then whatever next month's sign is, I'll see you back for that one. But hopefully you'll stick around and check out some of my other videos before then. But until that time, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.